We're gonna love you
Cool.
and show you grace, and we're gonna. This
And
is gonna
that's
be
what
like a
families do for
very
each other.
a circle of love and compassion. This is the Nuclear Option Podcast with Chris and Aziza Butler, the podcast for those who dare to believe in the power of the nuclear family.
In a time when it's harder than ever to raise a family, we want to encourage you to be proud of your family. Invest in your family because our families are the most promising solutions for the problems in our world.
Welcome to the Nuclear Option Podcast, where we discuss the politics, the practice, and the promise of family.
From our home to yours, we're inviting you into a conversation about family, not just as a private institution, but as a public good. Greetings, guys. Welcome back to the Nuclear Option Podcast.
Yes, and welcome back, you. We had a special guest the last time.
That's true. My seat was occupied by the world's cutest little 4-year-old. I totally, obviously biased here.
A little bit biased.
But he's so cute.
This is the first Nuclear Option Podcast post Mother's Day. So how was your Mother's Day? Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for being a wonderful mother.
You're so sweet. You're incredible. I just want to say you totally blessed my socks off with this Mother's Day. It was
She
so
didn't have
sweet.
on any socks, just to be clear.
It was such a great Mother's Day. You all were so sweet. You all went on a nature walk with me, which I've always wanted to do. I always say that every year, and you guys do it. But this year was different. I feel like you guys really enjoyed it too. And we played a lot, had a great lunch and stuff. You all gave me those sweet gifts. And those cards were perfect. They gave me these cards or notes that a little mailbox, and it was notes, and it's open this letter when you feel sad, open this letter when you feel happy, open this letter when you feel vengeful was one of them. I was
yes, good.
I don't know if I'll feel vengeful, but I love the option to have it. And I thought that was such a great idea. One, because I think they need to know that their mom is a human person and she has feelings too, all the range of them. Because I think sometimes they feel well, we're the only ones who feel disappointed or frustrated or something. Right? So I thought that was so great. And this bag that you got me was incredible. Is it a teacher bag? I don't know.
It was marketed as a mom bag.
Oh, mom, I know. It's perfect for all the things, all the compartments, and it has a charger in it. I was this is incredible. I had such a great Mother's Day. I love you. You're incredible.
I love you. And I love my mother.
That's sweet. Good job. And happy Mother's Day to my mom.
Happy Mother's Day to
our
all
moms.
the mothers, all the moms.
But no, it was a great Mother's Day. Hopefully you guys had a great Mother's Day. And maybe send this to your mom or your mom friends or family friends.
Or your dad friends.
That's true. We don't discriminate. If you have been enjoying the Nuclear Option Podcast, please subscribe and send it to somebody who would just really benefit from these good conversations that we get to have as families. So yeah, even if you don't enjoy it, send it to somebody else. I'm kidding. Perfectly enjoy it. Give us your feedback.
Yes.
All right, well, let's jump into, you go, love.
We can jump in. I was just saying, send it to people. Subscribe. That's the nature of things. That's how we do it.
Yay. Oh, real quick. How was Mother's Day for you, love?
It was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
My wife preached at the church, and it was wonderful.
Oh, you're so sweet, love. Okay, yeah. So as we do it, guys, we talk about the politics, then the practice, and then the promise. So what do you have for us today, love, with the politics?
So we just wanted to highlight today a bill that was introduced in the House of Representatives, the United States Congress, called the Support for Newborn Families Act. It would be a child tax credit. Well, not a child tax credit because that already exists. It would be a new tax credit that's designed to give a little shot of cash to families as they are absorbing the shock of bringing a newborn into the family. And when we say shock, we mean the impact. Hopefully they're not surprised that the newborn is coming.
Right.
But the so it'll be a $2,000 fully refundable tax credit that is implemented as a an advance payment. So you would get the payment when, soon after the child is born, and then it would be on your taxes that year as a fully refundable tax credit. So, you know, I, I think I'm generally supportive of these kinds of, um, sort of family targeted interventions. Um, some people will say that government can't do everything. I 100% agree with that. But government is doing a lot of things right now that maybe we could do a little bit less of those things.
Right.
We won't get into those things. That's not the platform for this. Come, if you want to talk about those things, get my ideas on what we could not do. Hit me up. But there are a lot of things that we could not do. These types of things that make it just a little bit easier for families to bring children into the world and to um, make that a little bit more smooth, are good. Because the other thing that I would say, and then I would stop saying anything, is just that like $2,000 is not going to solve anybody's problem. Uh, it costs more than $2,000 to have a kid. It costs more than $2,000. I mean, that's maybe a few months of grocery. Like, that's not a large scale solution, but it helps, and I think every little bit helps. This bill does have bipartisan support in the House
Good.
of Representatives, so we'll see. We'll see where it goes. It's not getting a lot of news coverage. Obviously, we have war and lots of things that are you know leading in the news, but this is something I think is significant. And if you get a little minute, maybe check the legislation out. If you agree with me, hit up your representative and be like, hey, I know you might be focused on other things, but this is a really important piece of legislation that you might want to support in Congress.
That's awesome. You mentioned like the war that's going on, but why would people oppose it? What's like the
Probably the biggest grounds for that. I mean, if I were in the legislature, the thing that would make you hesitant is here's more government spending. Um, which definitely needs to be reined in. But when we think about reining in government spending, I think one of the problems in my mind is that when we think about it, we automatically think about it in the context of like, what can we take away from like working families and regular people,
right?
and that is not the vast majority of what government is actually spending.
Right.
So I'm very pro reining in spending, uh, but we should be thoughtful about how we do that. But that would be, I think, the biggest reason that somebody would be against. It's like, hey, it's a very great thing, it's nice to do, but we can't afford
Interesting. Okay. I think it's super helpful. I'm just thinking about like especially as a mom, like this like when you're having a baby, even if it's not your first baby, but definitely if it's your first baby, you're just feeling like, gosh, like I'm trying to keep the costs down, like your work is probably impacted because of what you haven't been able to do as much. And so it can just be a lot of like stressors happening.
it. Hmm.
And different people for different reasons. Hormones are still balancing out. Like it can just be a lot. So I think just even a little boost of encouragement,
Yeah.
and honestly, I think men go through a lot when they have a new baby. I know. I feel like every time we had a new one, you kind of started thinking about like money and dollar signs and stuff. And I was just
It's
like, well, we need
part
to
of
have
the
this and we
calculus.
need to get that. But you were looking more at like the financial impact of our family. I mean, I was too, but it was just different. And so I just feel like it could definitely be like a burst of encouragement for families as they're welcoming a new baby
Yeah.
because for sure it far outweighs. I think what do they say the baseline is? There's usually an average of like ten
About
thousand
ten
dollars a
thousand
year or
dollars a
something.
year. So
So it's right. They'll it would be
1/5 of 1 year's expense,
right.
but it it's a little bit. Every little bit helps.
For
Um,
sure.
I mean, I don't want to get on my like fertility rate soapbox, but
Hmm.
we definitely have this you know negative inversion
Yeah.
um in terms of our society. I think we
Fertility is on the
have
decline.
this negative inverted society where you're gonna have way more all of the you're gonna have more people and more wealth concentrated among older folks. Uh, if
Right.
and so everything we can do to like encourage people
Yeah.
um, to that they can have a family, because I think sometimes when you say like encourage people to have a family, it sounds like we want to like go get people who don't want to have a family
Right.
and make them have a family or coerce them into having a family, which this kind of policy does not do that. Nobody who doesn't want to have a baby is like, oh, you can give me $2,000,
Right.
I'll have a baby.
Right.
um
It's enough to bring an encouragement, but not enough to entice the wrong
yeah, it's not
kinds of
coercive,
yeah.
but if you're trying to figure out how to do it, um it helps.
Yeah. And I think if we can even just do one little thing to encourage families, because even here we talk about how important and the benefits that families bring to the world. If we can do things that will encourage that, that could be helpful. So
Yeah,
thank you for that, love. That was a great um politics section. I didn't even know about
not
that
at all.
bill. Did you guys know about that bill? Didn't even know about it. How do you hear about these things?
I heard about that from producer Mike.
Oh, that's great. Well, praise God. How does producer Mike hear about these things?
Producer Mike knows
I have
everything
I have
about
all kind of
politics
news
and
outlets
policy.
that I get emails and stuff from all the time. I just never hear about these things.
Well,
Praise God.
producer Mike has a journalism background. He's just
There
like
we
a
go.
walking
That's true.
policy encyclopedia. So
Big ups to producer Mike. All right. So we talked politics.
now we're
Let's talk
talking
about
practice.
practice. Yeah, the
You want
practice
to
of
talk about
family.
practice? We're
Well, I think we have different views on what we were going to talk about right now.
Yeah. So let's start with your view, and we'll see where it goes.
Okay, my view on the practice is youth sports and playing together. I was gonna
Yeah. So
say,
those are different things. I'm sorry. Those are different things. Are we
okay,
talking about playing together? Or are we talking about youth
well,
sports?
playing sports together with the youth.
But if like if I'm playing, it's not youth sports.
That's true. Okay, well, I want to talk about you playing. What do you want to talk about?
We can talk about either one. I refuse to conflate the two. When I think about youth sports, I think about like the competitive sports that the kids participate
Oh, I see, I see. Well, that's nice, but how does that is that great for families? That's a little stressful for me to
in.
get to all those practices.
Maybe that we can talk about practices. Maybe we should start opening up our conversations
That's a good
to
point.
negative practices, like things that families do that maybe they shouldn't.
So many practices. So many late games. But no,
Today we'll
no,
sit.
it's also
We'll
helpful too. I
sit
think
on
there
the
is
sunny
some good
side of life.
things with that too, now that you mention it, because it brings like we learn how to like cheer for each other, wait for each other. There's just a lot of good stuff that comes out of those things. And like it's
Certainly
inspiring.
learn how to wait for
I
each
sit
other.
there inspired, like, how does he do it? How do they do it? They just man, they're incredible kids.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, I wanted to talk about you playing sports with the kids. That's so fun when they get to play with you today. I saw you out there during recess. You stepped out to get some fresh air and
Yeah,
they
the
were
kids
playing putting up
coerced me.
they didn't course you. They were just
They
like
tricked me.
they didn't trick you. You just
Yeah.
willingly went out there. You're like,
They're
I'll
like,
play
hey, can you come over here
kickball.
and show us how to get the boys involved, and it was a setup.
And it was
But they
so
did
great.
get me for a minute.
It
I
was
like
it fun?
kickball.
I know kickball was like my favorite like game, like cooperative game I
Low
wanted to play
barrier
as a
to
kid.
entry.
That was so fun. So they were outside just playing around, and then you came up and they were playing football at first, but
They
when
were
you came up
so
and
you had
said
half of the kids playing football and half
half
playing
wanted to play kickball,
kickball.
and then when you got involved, they were all like, "Guys, let's all play kickball."
Yeah, the
Um,
kickball contingent recruited me. Um, so then everybody got in, which is great because
yeah.
kickball is awesome.
'Cause I think when you
Everybody
play
can play
sports
together.
that's true, you get to play that's what I was gonna say. So when you work together, you develop these sportsmanships and things, but when parents play with them, then you get to kind of, like, model it, like, this is
Mhm.
how we, play the game, like,
Mhm.
even just the little stuff that you do without thinking about it, like, encourage a kid who didn't do as well, the way you would say it, like, a kid would probably say, like, "What was that?" Or
Yeah,
something
they
like
actually did do that. Like,
"Oh,
what are you
no."
doing?
Oh,
I'm like, well,
no.
let's explain to him the
My kid
rules.
did that.
We won't say whose kid. Some kid did that. It's like, let's explain to him the rules. Like, this is his first
Probably my
time
kid.
playing. Um,
But yeah. And so then what I think what it is that So when you get to do that, oh, you told them that. Let's explain the rules. See
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it just it's such a good
And then everybody did like rally around, like,
yeah,
yeah, that
like, oh
makes it.
yeah, right.
And
But
then when he got his next turn, he did it right because he didn't
yeah,
know he was supposed to run to the bases. If
yeah.
you don't,
See,
if
perfect.
you don't know what you're supposed to do,
Yeah, it's very
it's very hard
confusing.
to do it,
But
especially
sometimes
real
having
quick.
that level-headedness of an adult playing with them, can just be super helpful. Also, I think that when you play with them like like you didn't play the whole time, like you just played some of the time,
Yeah,
and that just kind of set a tone or whatever. So I think it's great when kids get to play with their adults,
yeah,
with their parents, with their uncles, with their aunts. It helps them to like just get a different perspective
yeah.
and all that. And it's just fun. We, create those endorphins together.
And kickball is a very good game for that because, like I
Mhm.
said, low barrier to entry. Yeah, you can get
I
a lot of people
concur.
involved. The big kids and the little kids and the old people like me can all play kickball
You're
together with
not
joy.
old, first of all. Holy moly. Guys, if you want to, I mean, if there's any sports that you guys do play with your kids, it doesn't have to be like a, league or anything, but just what do you like to play with them? Do you do volleyball, tennis, soccer? I don't know, but tell us
Ping
about it.
pong. Yeah, send us a little word about
Ping
it.
pong.
Send us, yeah, send it to us.
Sport.
But if you're playing in youth sports, that's a big problem. If you're an adult, uh,
You can call it youth sports, kind of, as an
you can.
adult
I mean, you
playing.
can, but then you would be not calling it the right thing.
Now it's not a youth sport anymore.
It's not a youth sports is like a thing. It's like a category of activity in the world. It's like organized sports
I see
with
what you're saying.
coaches and
Okay, that makes
referees.
sense.
This is backyard play. You play sports? Maybe it's, what can we say? Uh, all sports are played,
Mhm.
but not all playing is sports.
That's true. That's good. You just came up with that right now?
Yes,
Oh my gosh, you just have a
I
way with
mean
words.
I think that's like a regular formation.
I mean, it
You can
is.
insert a lot of things into that.
You can, but the way you just came up with it, just like that. You didn't have notes right here. That's great.
I don't, but I do have a pen.
Okay, let's move on to the next section, which
Which
guys, we actually have a whole confession. I'm gonna let you take the
so
lead on this.
the promise is the section that we are going to go into now, and the promise that we are discussing today is a very important promise. In the promise section, we talk about the ways that families can contribute to uh, a stronger, healthier society. One of the ways that families do that is by
Hmm.
being in each other's corner and
Ah,
supporting each other
that's good. Love that.
through the difficult times.
That's
And
true.
so we are in one of the difficult times because it's just super busy. This is really, really busy. And we did not get to research a specific promise. Now, we still believe in the promise of family.
There's a promise out there. Thank
We
you,
believe that
Jesus.
family is the bedrock of a strong society. But it's just been a busy time, very, very busy time. And we didn't get to look it up. And, producer Mike will give us a politics section any day of the week, 3 times on Sunday. But, the promise section just didn't get the TLC that it needed. But that is the promise that our listeners, our friends, are going to be in our corner, cut us some slack, show us some grace. And that's going to be a demonstration of
That is so good.
the promise of family.
That's the
We hold each
promise
other
right
down.
there. That you will not shake your fist at us for not having a promise section today. But you're
And in
right.
turn, you will feel this to know that when you go through the difficult times, we get it.
We
And there are
understand.
people who are in your corner supporting you, saying, you know what? It's going to be all right.
That's a beautiful love. Bravo. Well done. So you guys heard that. That's the promise is that you guys are still going to love us and show us grace, even though we did not get in what we wanted to get in. So
And
that's
we're going to love you
beautiful.
and show you grace. And this
And
is going
that's
to be
what
like a
families do for
very,
each other.
yes, a circle of love and compassion.
That's perfect. I love it. So guys, that's what we have for you today. And we're so grateful that you guys are the promise for us right now.
Yes, you are.
We're living it right now. This is living out this promise section. Families helping each other. We come here to help you guys. You all are helping us right now by giving us this grace. But no, yeah, that's incredible. That was very well said, love.
Praise the Lord.
That is always off to you. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us in this episode of the Nuclear Option Podcast.
Yes.
Please, like we said, share it with some others. We want to really just get out the word about just kind of this movement of thinking that families really are the just such a blessing to society.
Yes.
And we want to really just kind of shape this narrative about families and building families because they really are such a blessing. And it wasn't our idea. God gave us families and put families to the earth. So we just want to really lean into that and encourage families, especially as they're doing all that they're doing, because it just adds so much value to our world. So we want you guys to be encouraged. We're encouraging ourselves.
And we want other people to be encouraged. So if you are watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe to the channel. If you are listening on a podcast platform, leave us a good review and share an episode or two with somebody who you think will benefit.
Yes. All right, guys. Keep loving each other.
Hold on to truth.
And harness your power. See y'all next time.